start off with. And now we're talking about Kingdom Hearts. The
Okay,
the
so
the the you
the
know
Kingdom Hearts 4
the
trailer,
Kingdom
the
Hearts
one that
4
came out.
trailer.
この世界の構造はとても複雑で、私たちが定義する光と闇を具現化したものは存在しなかった。でもそれを定義するものがこの世界に来たことで、この世界にも私たちの定義する闇が現れた。
The one that for some reason premiered at a Nintendo Direct. Nobody's playing that game on Nintendo Direct. Let's not.
Well, I mean, they
Let's
might
not.
now that they can download it and they don't have to stream it. Yeah,
All
maybe they
right.
will.
All
Who can
right.
say? Let's talk about the content itself, though. What was I in the middle of saying? Oh yes, the fact that it seems to heavily and maybe it's just for that one world. Maybe it won't be for the entire game. I doubt that. I suspect considering they set up the fact that the in the last game the end of the DLC or whatever they set up that the foretellers were returning. So I suspect that all of the Union Cross shit is going to be the focus going forward.
Okay.
So if that's going to be the focus going forward, then they need to Sony. You guys just did a whole retelling of Final Fantasy VII. Maybe you take the time and even just put together like a small little side collection thing where it's just one of the movies is telling us what the story of these characters are. But if they're going to be a major point going forward, you're going to have a whole generation of people. I have a vague idea of what happened with them, and I guarantee you that's more than what a lot of people have. Most people aren't going to know who these characters are, and they're going to be lost. It's the equivalent of like if you guys made Kingdom Hearts 1 and then you made Kingdom Hearts 2 and character Kingdom Hearts 2 had all the characters that Chain of Memories had in it, but nobody could play Chain of Memories anymore.
Okay. Start off with.
Am I wrong?
Start off with. Um. Thing the first. Thing the first about this trailer. Um. Oh, that's what I was just before I say
Oh, that's just
anything.
that's just one thing about the trailer
Just
I want to
before
talk
just
about.
before I say anything, I want to make this absolutely clear before I say all the negative things I'm about to say. I am ride or die for this franchise. Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
I will be there until
I will
I
show up no
die.
matter what.
I will be there until I die or this franchise dies. Whatever happens first. But this looks horrendous in the sense that like I
Like
saw
I have a tattoo from the game on my body, so if anybody is
um
there to support it, it's gonna be
Aaron
me.
Hansen from Game Grumps was basically like, "What the fuck is this?" Like it reeks of somebody watched it beforehand, and the part of it that feels the most forced is the bit with Donald and Goofy. That trailer feels like someone went through it beforehand and went, "Shit, this looks nothing like Kingdom Hearts anymore. What do we do?" And they just shoved Donald and Goofy in there just to indicate to you that it is indeed a Kingdom Hearts
So
game because it doesn't look. But I've seen a great deal
so
of hold on, let me complete this thought. I've seen a great deal of copium on the when it in regards to this trailer and this game. I've seen a lot of people who have been like, um, oh, Kingdom Hearts, he looks different depending on which world he goes to.
I was gonna say
Number one, the response to that comment, um, not as a general theme or aesthetic, he doesn't. So, and it's not in every world. Yeah, there's certain worlds he does, but this isn't the kind of world where he would do that. He would just be regular Sora.
I disagree with that opinion, but I'll let you finish.
The second is there's been a clear desire and to remove itself from the Disney thing. Well, I mean, really since the third one, but like it's there. Like Union Cross, all that shit is a clear and deliberate desire to move away from Disney. So whilst I don't think the entire game will look like this, that's what Sora's gonna look like. Like in his regular form, he's an adult now. Like there's clearly been some form of a time skip. He's been there a while. he's an adult now. So that's what regular Sora will look like going forward. I
Yes,
guarantee you.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you done? Can I respond to that?
The aesthetic being, I get the fact that they're currently in one city. No, it's not going to be in one world.
So, I agree with most of what you've said, but I could believe that, like, so the general outfit that he's wearing would stay the same. Him looking a little bit older, absolutely. But like the fact that his hair is black in that trailer and not his normal brown,
I think that's a mistake. That's just.
Well, possibly it could be just a result of the shaders not looking quite correct.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is it could easily also be a thing where, because this Quadratum world is supposed to be essentially more or less the game's version of the real world, right? So that could, in the terms of this world, it could be a thing where he looks a little bit more quote unquote real because he's in that world. I could see them going. I could see them going that route.
Maybe.
Like I could. In response, I could see it. How should I word this? I could see that having not been the plan. But I could see them shifting based on public perception and reaction and turning it into that.
It's maybe like it displays a clear.
And I mostly say that because when you see Donald and Goofy, they still look like they did in the past Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
Sora and the ones in that Quadratum world are really the only ones who look weird. And
I don't think Sora looks weird. Sora looks like Sora, but older.
He looks weird.
I don't remotely agree. I think he looks like he looks like an aged up
I think
version
he looks like if you took him and you brought him into a realistic engine, which is what Quadratum is supposed to be, a realistic world.
I think he looks like
he looks like if you were to put him beside the Donald and Goofy that would Donald and Goofy that we saw in that trailer, he would stand out. It would be the equivalent of when in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you had Sora, Donald, and Goofy in the Pirates of the Caribbean world beside the Pirates of the Caribbean characters. They would stand out next to him. He would look weird.
To me, he looks like he's still in the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine. So yeah, he looks like an older version of the Sora that we saw in Kingdom Hearts 3, which was already photorealistic.
Right, but he looks more. He looks like you took that model and that version
and made him older
and put him in. No, not about being older. No. It's not that. To me, he doesn't look older. He doesn't look older than he. No, to me, he doesn't. To me, he doesn't look older. He looks like he's been taken. Let me finish, Justin. He looks like he's been taken and put into an engine which makes him look hyper realistic. No, which to me is just that's what Quadratum is supposed to be.
He doesn't look any more hyper photorealistic. To be fair, none of them do. They don't look any more. The Final Fantasy characters don't look any. They do. They look prettier, but they in terms of design, they don't look any more photorealistic.
I mean, people have literally taken the fucking.
I've seen people compare it to Kingdom Hearts 2.
No, they've compared it to Kingdom Hearts 3, and compared to Kingdom Hearts 3, it looks weird. Nah. It looks way more realistic, which makes it look weird.
Well, yeah, it's because its location is in a more realistic setting, sure, but the
right,
character
and so
models...
that's my point. My point is that I think that if they then take him, if the idea is that he's in the real world and they're going to take him to, like, let's say, realistic, the real live-action Disney world...
No, he'll look different.
I think he won't look as hyper-realistic as he does in this world.
Nah,
so I think that my point is, like, his hair color being an example, I think that's supposed to be an indicator that he's in the real world because people in like fucking in cartoons, their hair is like a different. It's a more cartoony color.
People are reading too much into the black hair thing.
In his world, or in the Quadratum world, he looks. The best way that I can word it, that I can think to articulate it, compared to like even Kingdom Hearts 3, he looks faded. Like he looks.
I don't think he does. I don't think he looks. The gameplay and
the gameplay looks great. The fighting looks fun.
Any different than Kingdom Hearts 3. It looks like it's literally just running on the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine.
I'm not upset with that.
No, I'm not either. But like,
to me, that's not a problem.
That's my point. Is like people are acting as though that I've seen so many copium posts of people like comparing.
What is that? Why do you keep
copium like dealing with it? Like they're like, oh, this is why it's like this. Oh, they're gonna go to a magical Disney world. Yeah, they're gonna go to a magical Disney world, and he's gonna look like he did in Kingdom Hearts 2, and that's just not gonna happen.
Oh, he will never look like Yeah, exactly. He will never look like what he did in Kingdom Hearts 2.
No,
That's
absolutely
just
not.
that's just the march of time and progress.
Yeah.
But I want him to look like what he did
Like
in Kingdom Hearts 3, and he just doesn't.
all of the character designs just look like they
Donald and
like
Goofy do,
they all look
but
like they did from Kingdom Hearts 3. They don't look
no, they don't.
they look more like at least like marketably prettier in the sense that it's been
They look
like
more realistic.
no, I don't
Yeah, they do.
I think your brain is I think people's brains are filling that in because it's in a realistic setting. I won't disagree with you that yeah, it's a very real looking city and
It's jarring, is the point.
It looks like he's in the and yes, story wise, yes, absolutely, they're in the real world. Like that's the idea, and
That's the idea, yeah.
That's my thing is they're maybe not the real world, but our world, sir, our world, real world.
Their
whatever you wanna put it.
their version of
Yeah,
the real world.
definitely, that's definitely the thing. But I think
Well,
it's
especially because they talk about how there was no. Also, that whole speech absolutely is not taking place in the way that we are seeing it. That whole speech is definitely a conversation where they're sitting in that apartment or whatever after he has just woken up, and Stretlitza or whatever her name is talking to Sora about everything.
for sure.
And when she's talking about how the representation of light and dark didn't show up until they got there,
Yeah.
she's talking about her and her friends.
Yes,
Definitely.
absolutely. My thing is if it's in the real world though, it needs to be in the real world. And Donald and Goofy and Disney and all that need to exist in the real world as characters.
I certainly
there
think
needs
some
to be
version of
one
them should.
reference to because I want Kingdom Hearts 4 to lean into the weird shit that Kingdom Hearts 3 did, like the weird sense of humor that game had of like just having Sora and Donald and Goofy exist where they don't belong and have it where it's like yeah, holy shit, it's Goofy. Like that would be so sick. I would love that. That would be a also there was a lot of really weird headlines of James. I'm guessing Hercules is going to be a world in it because James Woods on Twitter was like,
yeah, definitely. That's what the blue fire that they are. Donald and Goofy are searching through is
James Woods.
It's definitely
like,
the underworld.
James Woods is like, oh, there's good shit in here you guys don't even know, and I'm like, what do you know, James Woods? You're James Woods. You play Hades. You don't know anything. Shut up.
He might know like one world, and that's the Hercules world.
I'm guessing he's probably helping them find Sora or something. I don't know, but yes, all of the characters in this trailer are from Union Crossing. And it's really funny because you've already mentioned you've mentioned
and Dark Road
and the young Zanhort.
Yeah, that's Dark Road.
Yeah, that one. And you can't even play him anymore. You can't even play him.
Apparently, so I was reading.
They've
Apparently, there was supposed to be a game which like connected it or like it like something which was supposed to make it all make sense, which was called Missing Link, which got canceled.
Yeah. I think that was the one where you play. Maybe it's the one where you play as. I think the character's name is Brain.
Brain or something.
But it's one where you play as him. It's 3D. And they announced it like a while ago.
Yeah, all I know is that was
well, because none of the Union Cross shit is remotely landing because it's too complicated and too in depth of a story for this shite gameplay. That's why.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not even that it's too complicated because it's complicated. It is too complicated.
It is.
Quite frankly. To an absurd degree.
When people say
like an insane degree, that's what they're talking about.
When they say that, I'm like, no, yeah, that shit is. The regular games are like no more than an anime.
Part of what makes it complicated is, yeah, you're right. The fact that it was buried beneath like gotcha gameplay shit, which nobody was ever going to play all the way through.
Right.
So you have all this deep, important story stuff, which is locked between hundreds of hours, like in this game that you have to pay real world money to be able to succeed at.
Right.
And
it's been just 3 different versions of it. There was the version of it that was the desktop version. Then there was the version of it that was the
version. But the thing is that each of those versions is not. It's not just a retelling. Each version is a continuation of the previous version.
Yeah. So the second version of it, the version that we got,
played the second version, and we couldn't even play the original version.
No, we got the second version, which is a reboot. So the story starts off the same, but then it turned into a sequel. And the traitor that if you've seen the 3D movie, the traitor in that movie is different. in the original version of it. It's a different ending. It has a completely
Yeah, well,
different
because
ending.
the idea is supposed to be that at the end of the first one, basically, they go back in time, and
Yeah.
that's why with the second one, it's now a second telling of events.
Yeah, and it's different. And then
And
there's
it's different because they've gone back in time and they've changed things.
I've seen so many funny
That's
memes.
the idea of it,
Like,
anyways.
there
And then the
was
third thing is the dark passage one, which is the Xehanort background story.
yeah, which reveals that young Xehanort is a reincarnation of the player character from Crossing.
Oh, see, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that.
That gets revealed. I've seen so many fucking hilarious memes of people being like, yeah, this is the end of the Seeker of Darkness saga. Young Xehanort, here I am, motherfucker.
Well, with him, the question is going to be what point in his timeline is he at?
He's in this,
because he's in it.
He's in this trailer.
That apparently, and I didn't know this either, but that the where he's holding the umbrella or whatever, there was concept art that was drawn that was shared around.
Yeah,
which is that.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, so he's in this, and he's a character, and he's I guess a good guy. I guess.
Well, I mean, that's where I'm like, is he supposed to be like an earlier version? The version that the Master of Masters was talking to at the end of the last DLC,
and where
who is clearly before he does all of the Xehanort, Master Xehanort shit.
This is the supposed that was he was supposed to be, or this was the
Before
beginning of that journey, which turns him into Master Xehanort.
Yeah.
So
we're getting like young him.
So I guess these are the events that which teach him or whatever, which lead him to becoming Master Xehanort, I guess. This is the tour. And then they're not even mentioning the fact that there's the secret boss in Kingdom Hearts 3. Yozora, thank you. There's Yozora.
Was he in this trailer?
No, he's not. He's not in this at all.
Yeah, okay.
But he's still out there somehow, and he's connected to Sora somehow, and he's voiced by one of the Sprouse twins, in case you forgot.
Yeah. Yep.
For some strange reason.
And then there's the reason why I'm fairly certain that the people that we see in this are from the Union Cross game who have their own Keyblades is because the one that has the face mask on, someone pointed out that the weapon that he lifts, you can see the handle looks like it's a Keyblade.
Oh, they for sure are. The same as the guy, but that's what's fucking like. But to be fair, Kingdom Hearts 3, this is a problem that none of the previous Kingdom Hearts games have, except for Kingdom Hearts 3, where people are acting shocked that the driver is why can I never remember his fucking name? The pirate one, the guy who's from Pirates, who's in the Pirates level.
Barbosa? Oh, Luxord.
Luxord. He's Luxord. It's Luxord.
Oh, he's definitely Luxord.
Yeah,
or not Luxord, but the remade version of Luxord.
Well, he's the version. But you find out in Union Cross that certain ones of them are not from the Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, so this is where they come from.
Yeah, this is where they come from. But it's him, it's Marluxia, and it's I want to say
it's Larxene.
Larxene, yeah. So yeah, that but what the fuck? Like how am I supposed I'm not gonna play
and Demix.
Yeah. Like you're like I will concede that I did play a little bit of Union Cross, and it's a fun game. It's small bursts, but
it's one of those things where it's
fun enough.
I have a passing knowledge of it.
Yeah.
And like that's what I would define what
I've read the Wikipedia articles.
I read through some of the Wikipedia articles. Exactly. I have a general idea. Like I know Ventus comes from their time originally.
Yes, that was the one. Yes.
And like there's an actual physical embodiment of darkness, which I think inhabits him, takes him over, which is where Vanitas comes from.
Becomes Vanitas, yes. Vanitas is
there's all
literal
these
embodiment of literal
things.
darkness, who is a literal character now in
there's all these like complicated elements which like have never made it into the mainline games.
For a reason.
Well, for a reason, not for a reason, whatever. But the point being that like if you want to bring them into the mainline games, you can't just do that in 4.
No.
You have to either even if you took the Union Cross concept, the story of it or whatever, and instead of having it be a fucking movie, make it into an actual game.
I swear,
real game, a 3D game.
That movie, my conspiracy is those were cutscenes for a game.
I could believe that.
I kept swearing up and down that they were going to announce a remake. That was like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you put out a remake that is a full 3D remake?
To
and
me, you
put it
have to.
in the engine. Like, do what you did for fucking Chain of Memories. Do a rough 3D. Do a rough 3D.
With this new release that they're putting out, where it has all of the games in one thing, including 3 and Remind
Yeah.
and all that, they should have included in that.
Yeah,
in that.
do a remake. Put it in the Birth by Sleep engine. It's cheap. It's
Yeah.
easy. Just do what you did with Chain of Memories, but where they put it in the Kingdom Hearts 2 engine. Put it in the Birth by Sleep engine. Do minimal work on some like cheap ass cutscenes, and then at least that will bridge the gap between fucking
Like you could, to
Union
me, they
Crossing
have
and
to do.
whatever
They have
this
to do
is.
something, because if they just go into 4, or you make it you make the Kingdom Hearts 4 into a game which is like four times as long, and you have part of it be where you're playing through some of
The
that.
thing that frustrates me is a big criticism of the thing.
But
I can't
also,
stand.
I very much think that with this game, you're not starting as Sora. No, you're not. Like, you're not starting as Sora. I
You
suspect,
never do. To be
because
fair.
I know that with the at the end of the DLC or whatever, we saw that Riku had been looking for Sora in all the different worlds. I think the first part of the game is you're either going to be playing as Riku or one of the other many fucking Keyblade
Probably.
wielders that we now have floating about.
Oh, it'll.
Um,
I mean, to be fair, the Kingdom
and the
Hearts
first
2
part of
was
the game will be about us, like about, and this might be how they include the Disney worlds without having Sora need to go to the Disney worlds. I
probably.
don't know, but you'll have some of those characters going to the different
Oh
Disney
yeah,
worlds.
they're
You
definitely
might have
gonna.
maybe Donald and Goofy end up teaming up with Roxas or with
They're
Vanitas, or not Vanitas,
they're
Ventus, and that's where they end up in Hercules' world.
they're definitely gonna do a thing. Yeah, I mean they were doing that in Kingdom Hearts 3 where you're gonna switch around characters for sure. For sure they are. Definitely.
And so
Interestingly,
yeah,
that
I suspect that it'll be like hour 2 or so, maybe,
probably
where we first cut to Sora, and like he'll be waking up in Quadratus,
Quadratum.
and like that. Whatever. Who cares?
Um, but
And
interesting that hit
we'll get that big battle with the gigantic dark side.
probably interesting that his powers of summoning the attractions, they've evolved it into being like now he summons like that's the thing about this is there's so much like weird effort put into cutting out the Disney shit because yeah the he still has the same powers of summoning random manifestations except for now they're just generic and nothing and made of gold.
One person it's funny because I know I didn't notice this when I watched it, but so I did see someone who there was a whole Reddit thing where someone was like, one Keyblade that he's using is very definitely the Kingdom Key. That's the one where all the chains are
Yeah.
flying around and stuff like that. That's very definitely the Kingdom Key. But the other one, you actually see the what do you call it? The thing that you fight using, the fight menu board, whatever. Someone noticed that it said lava and water,
Oh, interesting.
and so they think that it's Moana. They think that
Interesting.
it's a Moana Keyblade.
Interesting.
Which, if that's the case, it interests me that he has it in that Quadratum scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either they've got it there just for that trial run so they can show off more than one Keyblade, or
Probably.
Quadratum is not the first world which I think is the more likely case. But
I think
either that or Quadratum. Sorry, I was getting it right. Is either that or Quadratum is not his first stop.
I don't think I don't know. It's interesting. I do agree with you because that was the number one criticism of Kingdom Hearts 4 was that it was chopped up to shit, and it was obviously chopped up to
3.
shit. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 was chopped up to shit. So I do think that they're probably gonna have a start with another character, like a prologue, like they did in the first 2 games.
Yeah, well, it's because I suspect in the original incarnation of Kingdom Hearts 3,
you played as Aqua.
that 0.8 Aqua bit was the start. That was going to be the start of the game.
There's no way it wasn't. And the DLC that they put into it later was the original ending. Like I stand by it. I stand by that.
I maintain that.
Stand by that.
Some executive cut it all up so they could sell more shit and
more
hold
shit.
out.
Absolutely.
Because they well, I think partially probably because they also knew or suspected that the Final Fantasy VII remake was going to take so long, and Kingdom Hearts was going to take forever, even longer than they originally planned.
With the
and they split it up
with the 0.2 thing that I think
the 2.8
whatever. Not two. Wait, did it come with 2. I think it came out on its own originally.
It was Fragmentary Passage like 0.8 or 2.8 or whatever.
I think that came out before because it was part of the 2.8 collection, but I think it came out on its own. Regardless,
no, it was always. I believe it was always part of that collection. Anyways, not the point.
Regardless, I do think that was part of Kingdom Hearts 3, and Kingdom Hearts 3 was taking so long to come out that they were like, well, we have to give them something because that was the first demonstration of the new engine.
The engine that it was going
to be on. Yeah, exactly. So I do think that they were like, well, we have this Aqua bit, let's put it out. Like I can't believe the thing about Square is I can't believe they've never put out a Kingdom Hearts 3 complete version where it's all together. Like I said that they were gonna, and then they never did, and I was proven wrong. Like they always do weird things.
Yeah, because they can keep selling it as separate things. Why would they ever put it back together?
But it's so weird. It's like that's the thing that drives me crazy about Tetsuya Nomura when it comes to this franchise is he never listens to anybody about anything. Like and then his games get lambasted. So like people are like, hey man, so the fact that this was a multimedia experience and nobody can follow your franchise makes it so that nobody buys your games because they're like, what the fuck? He made it worse. Like, he did it worse. Like having all the games be on the DS and whatever was bad enough, but then he's like, oh, but hey, motherfuckers, here's this awful fucking
mobile
gotcha game that's terrible. That's a 3-button, you swing the Keyblade a bunch.
It's rock, paper, scissors, because the guy, the enemy types were either red, green, or blue, and if it was blue, it was stronger than green, or the cards that you use or whatever. That's what it was. It was a rock, paper, scissors based system.
I just know that I spent,
it was terrible.
I
spent way too much real world money on it.
But like, yeah, I think I got up to like 136 or something
like that's
that.
Honestly, that's what I hate about it, even more than the complicated story. I don't mind the complicated story. I like the complicated story. It adds depth to this, and like, as a person who's followed all the games, it's a nightmare for people who are coming in.
Yeah,
but as a person who's been there, who's a person who's been there for it all, I don't inherently dislike it. The parts that make me dislike it is the fact that it was behind terrible gameplay and real world money was blocking me from winning.
Because it was still, you're a little guy.
It was boring gameplay.
You're swinging a Keyblade around and you're fighting Heartless. So it's, like my thing was it was disproportionate. It was the story that was injected into that game is disproportionate for the kind of game it was. Where it was like, this is I'm not gonna read all of if this was in a regular mainline Kingdom Hearts game,
or even if it didn't have if it wasn't in a regular one, but it at least had voice acting.
Sure, right, or in like decent cutscenes, what have you, and it wasn't just text based. Sure, all right, but like, no, I'm not scrolling through walls and walls of text to get a glimpse of what this is gonna be, but I'm still gonna buy it and play it and invest hours and hours and hours.
Oh, in Kingdom Hearts 4, yeah, absolutely.
That's interesting. Moana. It'd be interesting to see if they do the cartoon Moana or the live action.
Or the live action one. That's a theory that the other theory that people had spouted, which I think is less likely, was elemental.
Interesting.
Fire and water.
Moana's way more likely.
Moana feels more believable because it's a journey and about self-discovery and stuff.
You know what, Jordan? This is a perfect segue, perfect ending to our extra long Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, there's more. There's more we could talk about, but we could do that off camera.
We could be here all day.
Because I could, it's like a minute and a half, Justin, but I could absolutely dissect and theorize about it.
Yep. There's a lot to it, but we have other shit to get to. Hey there, everybody. It's Encar Justin here. Leave in the comments, leave all your Kingdom Hearts 4 theories. Any theories you have, anything you have to say about this trailer, about Kingdom Hearts 4 in general, leave it down in the comments down below. Let us know what you're thinking. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this is from, oh yeah, right, it was my birthday. It's my birthday this Friday. You can go check out that episode on the left. If you want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave this video a like. That helps us out too. We'll see you all in the next video, everybody. Have a good day.